Welcome back to Careful Boys. We're indeed Careful Boys.
Yes.
What is something you could never tell your mother about ever? And if she saw this video, she would positively die.
Oh, she watches. I can't say anything.
Oh shit.
Mine does too, and she called me one day and she goes, you know, you shouldn't be talking about blowjobs. There's kids watching your show. But that was about 5 years ago.
Did you ever say, maybe if you gave dad blowjobs, you'd still be around?
That's a good one.
I might be the worst person to ask because I'm in the Yas Queen phase of my life.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
So
What's the ass queen?
anything that I think, I can't wait to fucking say to her so I could put the cigarette out in her face.
That's the Yas Queen?
As you say, yes, queen.
We all didn't know that immediately as soon as you said that.
Shit, you know, like, don't take no shit.
Oh, I see.
It's like this. bitch.
I don't take
I'm
mom.
speaking my truth.
Yeah.
He's a strong,
Cigarette
independent
in the face.
woman.
All those fucking Buddhist philosophies you're rubbing my face, I'm rubbing it back, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't think you're very coordinated for this.
Yeah.
Well, because I spray my thumbs. I'm trying to clap without hurting it.
You gotta clap with every word.
But it
Oh,
hurts.
every word.
I realized it was hurting.
Wow. You know, like, what's the antithesis of Buddhism? Like, what if you're Christian, right? So you become a devil worshiper to scare your parents. What can you do as a Buddhist to scare your parents?
That's a good question.
And as a
Christian?
And if your mom's a fake Buddhist.
What's the opposite of Buddhism?
That's what I'm saying.
Satanism?
Chaos.
Scientology? Yeah.
Chaos.
Anarchy?
Yeah.
Hare
I don't
Krishna.
know.
Hare Krishna.
I can't believe Buddhist people aren't even like that peaceful. It's like very intense. That's what I keep hearing. When I read Siddhartha, I was like, this is fucking chill. And then I met you guys, I'm like, damn, Buddhists are kind of
My mom's fucking intense. You know what my mom's prayer is? In the morning, she wakes up at like 4 or some shit, and then she does like 108 Buddhist burpees.
Kind of sounds like you, dude.
What's a Buddhist?
Yeah, legit.
I call it
It's the religious
it's
version
not,
of
it's
you,
not a
dude.
Buddhist burpee, but it's like, so you bow,
What
right?
do you do it for, asshole?
He's like, and you bow into
What are you doing for?
Buddhist
I
burpees?
call them Buddhist burpees, and she does 108 of them, and she does them
That's a lot.
2 times a day.
But that's why your mom's in really
You're
good shape,
doing
though.
regular burpees at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, why are you doing it?
That's true. This guy's just shuffling for 20 minutes around, you know?
But he does it for the flying spaghetti monster, apparently.
You know what's a kind of mild thing that I think she'd be pissed about?
Yeah.
Is that, so when I had braces, I got them when I was in 8th grade, and I got them off senior year. Like, I had them on super
like
long.
6 years later?
6 years!
Wait, 8th grade to senior?
About 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. Oh, my bad.
But I was only supposed to have them on for 2. But my mom was like, yeah, I don't know why it's like taking forever for your teeth to like move. But the reason was because I never wore my rubber band.
Yeah.
Because you know you're supposed to put the bands on, and I always lied and said I was doing it, but it took way longer. And my mom the whole time, she'd be the one driving me to the appointments, and she'd be asking like, what's taking so long? Like he's almost about to graduate.
He's the damnedest thing. He's doing it all right.
And they would always ask me, you wear your rubber bands, right? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think I'm throwing them in the trash?
Are you really trying to deflect the blame on me?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any secrets? Do you guys have any secrets or lies that you haven't fully exposed to your parents yet?
That's one of them.
What a
That's not
perfect
that
place
big,
to
though.
do it at, right?
Do it now. While
This
she's
is
walking.
the place.
I don't think it's that mild, dude. I think it's way more serious than you think.
Braces?
The rubber bands, yeah. I think it's way more serious, dude. You should consider taking this out.
I should probably have a hard talk with my mom tonight.
Before she sees this.
do you know how much money we spent on that?
Yeah.
What I'm hyped about is that there's like 7,000 fucking videos that I'm in on this channel. She'll never find this one.
My mom would.
Really?
My mom is like FBI agent. She'll watch every single.
Did she call you and be like, why did you say that about that?
Yeah.
Oh, she will?
Pretty much, she would. Yeah.
Of a JK audience, when you say your mom will never see this, then they're just gonna get set to her.
But I also kind of want her to see.
You got something?
What's yours? Yeah,
you got
what's
something
yours?
big to say?
Well, I want to fuck my wife's butt pretty bad. Yeah, and she should know it.
your mom would have a problem with
like
Is that something that you can't? You're not allowed to do?
I think that my mom was so sexually weird growing up that yeah, she would hate to know that.
Yeah. She would hate. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Send this to Steve's mom.
But what's fucked up is that Nikki said that she would do it before we got married, and then now it's been 6 years and she hasn't done it even.
Is it in the prenup?
No, I didn't get a prenup.
Oh, so
I'm
she
a
said
fucking
before.
idiot.
You could have written that clause in.
As if it's the only thing I want.
Can you imagine? You're at court and you're like, Your Honor, she promised me sodomy. It's been 6 years. Give me that booty.
Did she at least have it in the vows during your wedding?
I fucked up, dude. I blanked.
You gotta mention it.
I got nervous. I freaked out.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your marriage is missing just that 1%?
It just needs it. It needs anal.
Way more. Just double the volume, wherever it is.
Doubling 0 is 0.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I need actual anal now.
I mean, they can't bait and switch you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Doubling 0.
That's fucked up.
It's completely fucked up.
Yeah, it's in there. So having to hold for goodness and health, back or front.
I will say,
front.
it doesn't feel good to put my dick in a butt. I've done it before, not to brag.
Yeah.
I have done it before.
Thank you for saying that.
But it's about the territory.
Yeah.
I have not been in that butt.
Yeah, it's like Area 51. Like everyone wants to.
And you're like, this is my
Check
wife.
it out.
I just want to look for the UFOs
want
this week.
See what the government's lying about.
I'm scared. I hope I don't. I sure hope it.
Hopefully there's nothing in it.
Shit.
Yeah.
So this is more about Nikki seeing it than your
Yeah,
mom.
right.
No.
Exactly.
Well, no. My Nikki would not give a fuck about this.
Have you told Nikki about your wishes?
About my anal adventures.
Hey, your Christmas wish.
Yeah, definitely.
What did she say?
That you haven't
Me
forgotten
and
about.
fucking makes fun of me
That's it.
because I'm such an idiot. Yeah.
So she thinks that you're faking.
I tricked
Yeah.
you.
She owns it.
I
She
promised
owns it.
this before you married.
Bait and switch, man.
But she knows the worst thing about this bitch is she knows that I don't actually want anal. I just want the territory.
Yeah. I think
So
most.
all you need from her is a yes, and then you go, I'll take it another day.
I think most women don't realize that.
Exactly. But she's such a pain in my ass that like I just want to get it in and get it out. But
Like,
then
you
I'd
want
be
to be
like,
a pain in hers?
well, but yes. But then she would be so fucking annoying after because I know it would hurt her and stuff, and then I'd have to fucking deal with it all night.
Like, wake you up in the middle of the night, like, it hurts.
Yeah, whatever.
She'll bug you the whole night.
my ass the other day.
She'll be like
What
that
if
manatee.
she actually liked it, and then she's addicted now? And she goes, I didn't know, you just fucking opened up a whole new portal for me. Now you gotta have chocolate covered dick all day.
And then now that becomes the main entrance.
Yeah.
All day.
And you're like, can I at least get some pussy? And she's all like, nope.
And you'll be like, I remember the good old days.
yeah. What have I done? You fall to your
I
knees.
opened Pandora's box.
I can't close
I
it.
should have read that story.
Yeah. Got too close to the sun, my man.
Once you go ass, you never go back to puss.
That's what they usually say.
Jeez.
That's what
Yeah,
they
those
usually
are I'm
say.
like,
I don't think anybody's done that.
So true, it doesn't have to run.
Can we just get that tattoo instead? In Japanese?
Whoa, I'm not a part of this video.
Bart, Kwan, surely there's something you can't tell your mom.
You don't feel embarrassed?
I don't think
Nothing's
so.
over the line for you, you think?
I think I've been so restricted as a kid, like from wearing forcing me to wear school uniforms when it wasn't even required by the school, to doing be a monk for a day, to doing the 48 hours.
Did you wear a robe?
Dude, you have to do so much weird shit.
Yeah, I have to wear robes when I was doing the monk for a day thing, to doing
Little Bart in a robe.
to doing a monk for a
Looking like
whole
Aang and shit.
a whole week type thing. And I have to do one where there's a whole vow of silence for 7 days. I've done so much crazy shit that I think by the time I rebelled as a teenager, I didn't really give a fuck anymore. It was just what is that word? Point of no return. So it's just yeah, this is ecstasy. Check it out, mom. I'm just putting my mouth in front of her, like homies come and just pick me up at 3 a.m. I don't give a fuck. I think it was just so I don't give a fuck. I had to go out. That I think from that point on, that kind of reestablished our relationship, and it reestablished our relationship in a way where I don't have to hide anything, but not in a good way. I feel like it is kind of a little bit unhealthy because it's almost at a complete disregard for her feelings. So I feel like now in my 30s, entering 40s, I'm trying to find the way back. Because I think it's swung this way, then it swung really hard this way where I don't give a fuck. But then I'm but she is my mom, so I'm trying to
Right.
go back in the middle somehow.
Dude, inversely, I will say, one of the hardest things for me, at least from all my fucking childhood animosity and shit, it's really fucking hard for me to just straight up go, I love you, Mom.
Whoa, really?
That's fucking hard.
Really?
So what about like
Or Dad.
What about like Christmas
Dad
and all
is
that
weird.
stuff? Do you like?
I have to find other ways to say
It's
it.
kind of like one of these. Okay, that's good. See you later. Or
Yeah, because they're the same way with me. Like, awkward hug and fucking my dad will side hug me when I'm saying bye and shit. I'm like, what is this? What are we doing? But it's just, it's fucking weird. We didn't plant those seeds. When, like,
When was the last
Same.
time you told your dad I love you? And what did he respond with?
I don't even remember, dude. Honestly, don't remember the last time I said that. Because I'd never say it straight out. I can't. I just like freeze up. So I gotta find other like fucking avenues.
Call him right now and do it on the show for a bit.
Holy shit.
Just for a bit.
Yeah, I think me and my dad have never said I love you.
TV genius over here.
For a bit, just kidding.
Me and my dad have never said I love you to each other for probably like 2 decades, I think.
Wow, that's about right
Yeah.
though. Once, maybe a couple months ago, actually last year, it was like one of the first times I was trying to make an effort to make a better relationship with my dad and like the rest of my family, and I was like, all right, Dad, talk to you later, love you, and he goes, all right, I'll see you later. Okay.
Dude, that's the
such a
most
dad
dad
thing.
thing ever.
It was like, because it was so like, we usually,
It like went through his whole body.
yeah.
Whoa.
He like dropped the phone for a second. Oh, jeez.
It's just because they're not ready for it.
Yeah, dude, 100. Because we
like fucking millennials these days.
my son's gay, I think. He's like, ew, gross.
What do you think it is from that generation that they're so like?
You think about your grandparent, right?
I don't know. I can't relate because I always told my parents I love them. They were always very
awesome.
vocal about that. I would say my dad was
Yeah.
not as vocal for sure.
But was he vocal with your brother too?
No, I think my dad was very much like reserved.
I think the way they treat daughters is it's been okay to say I love you to your daughter, like for like even in traditional families and stuff. It's a little colder, but still.
But not to your son, though. No, fuck that.
Sons don't get it, dude. Not the-
Because my goal is to make sure Taika is like a tough, prepared little dude. So like he lives in a pretty disciplined, and like I feel like he like I make sure that he has controlled challenges.
Yeah.
But every day, I always ask him, I'm like, who's my favorite person in the whole wide world? He goes, me. And like, so he knows I love him. I tell him I love him. He's like, Jitsukawa. Yeah, but he's like, he knows that I love him, and I tell him I love him, And I'm like, I wonder what stopped my dad from expressing
Their dads.
Yeah,
Listen
their
to their
dad.
stories. I haven't heard any kindness is a different. I guess it's subjective depending on the era, but like how they were treated by their own fathers and grandparents and whatever is different. And then like the idea of childhood, like of us playing and shit, like as
That's
kids,
true.
or,
That's
like,
true.
and preserving that shit didn't exist in their generation and above.
That's true, yeah.
By the time they're like fucking 5 years old, they're already taking care of siblings or working at the factory.
Yeah, everything's
So, like,
obligation, responsibility
the
based.
mentality of this soft, like enjoying life and loving and sharing and all that. Like I think they just don't understand those concepts.
You can work at a factory. It doesn't take that long to say I love you. Okay.
I know coal miners.
Takes about 3 seconds actually.
Yeah. The longer 3 seconds.
You know what's really sad is I distinctly remember probably the last time my dad tried to like connect with me was when I was like a teenager. I was like 14 or 15, and my dad like sat down next to me, and this is already when I'm in the defiant era when I'm kind of being a little shit, and he was like, hey, you know how your mom and your sister, they talk about everything and they have a nice relationship? I was like, yeah, so? And he's like, maybe we could have kind of a similar
that's
thing.
so nice.
And I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah, whatever, nerd.
Wow.
And then he just like gave up. I never heard him try.
Oh wow.
One other
Shut him down.
Cool, he actually tried though.
He gave it a really honest shot, and then was like, yeah, you're right, I'm being gay, and just like stopped. And then all we have are like jokes. We only have like roasts and jokes, and that's how we.
What if one day he showed up and it was like him wearing your wardrobe? Yo,
He does
Brian.
that shit. Yeah, he does that shit all the time. Like he would do that with like some of my cool gear, like Arisu shit or like dance shit that I get from.
So
my
he has a
friends.
sense of humor.
He wore hella party rock shit one time. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, he has that's how we like express
cool.
like our love is like jokes only.
Yeah.
Do you think then there is hope that one day it can get there?
I think we're both.
Because it feels warm, not
I
cold.
think we can both read into the messages enough that we're okay with this. And I think
don't need to progress it.
And I think when I do, like sometimes randomly, if I do try to get a little like, hey, like we were talking like really recently about how all my friends from high school, their parents are dead. And we were talking about it. I'm like, you guys are doing pretty good. Like my parents are pretty
healthy and
healthy.
alive?
Yeah, they're like mid-70s and they're pretty healthy. My dad's still working. Wow. And I was like, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are still here. And he was just like, okay.
He's like, whatever, weirdo.
He doesn't want to get sentimental, I think, also because it opens the floodgates of unsaid millions of words that it's too much. Yeah.
And you guys aren't ready
Shut
for
up and
it.
eat the shabu.
Yeah. Let's just spend time with each other right now.
We got 1 hour. It's all you can eat.
90-minute limit, idiot.
Stuff your face.
That's what I do notice. There's so many like those relationships where there's so much shit swept under the rug that is now the new floor.
Right.
And if you want to see what's really there, there's a lot you gotta pull out.
That's why I think when your question about like what can you say that I wouldn't want to tell my mom, I don't think I have any bad secret that would be more jarring than saying something nice, which is crazy.
Holy shit, dude, you're surrounded in darkness.
I think, I think it's only recently that we started saying like "I love you" on the phone at the end of the phone call.
To your mom?
Yeah.
It is so fucking weird, bro. But she initiated it.
Oh, that's cool.
I think she did it every single time without fail for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to change the dynamic, and I started saying it after like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mean it, or you just say it because you just return it?
Just to hang up.
No, I mean it. I mean it.
you hang
but
up, Mom.
it was.
Bro, the guys fall asleep talking to each other. Wait, Mom, you sound so cute when you're snoring.
I remember those days.
Stop it.
I think what changed was
The fucking cord.
Stupid.
I think what changed was her approach. Like, it wasn't her. She was giving me the time to process rather than forcing me to be on her same page. So like, when she started acting like, oh, I'm bothering you. I'm gonna like. She was playing hard to get and shit. Like ending the phone calls early. I know you're busy. This and that. I don't want to bother you. Then I started feeling like, oh fuck. Like she feels like a burden to me. And I do treat her like a burden, because she was.
Yeah.
And then it was like, later on, we just started having regular conversations. Because you know, like that shift when they stop lecturing you?
Yeah.
You can have an authentic conversation.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, this is what I want, this is how we have a relationship. And she goes, I know, but I've been your mother for how many years? Like, I gotta tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Like, it bothers me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then she goes, I'm trying to change that though, because I wanna know the real you. And she said, watching YouTube helped her.
Wow.
Because she's like, when I was able to just watch your YouTube and your vlogs and your Instagram, and I stalked the shit out of you, she calls me, she calls herself my #1 stalker. And then she goes like, when I saw you in your element, how you
Really are?
with your friends and everything, she goes, then I got to love the real you. Because she goes, when I was raising you, she's like, I had an expectation
That's deep,
of what my perfect son would be. And she goes, I was emotionally unavailable. Because she goes, if you weren't my ideal, then she's like, I neglected you. And I was like, what the fuck? And she goes, yeah, so that's why we don't have the love that I want from you. And then so when she said that, I was like, holy shit, you changed. And then and then I gave her the more time to like build a relationship. So now it's fucking solid between us. It doesn't feel like, oh, this bitch fucking calling me. I feel like, oh shit, I can't wait to see my mom. And stuff.
Whenever that happened, that is happening right now with me and my mom.
That's tight.
Just started happening where she's starting to say sorry. She realized like she was emotionally unavailable. Because she'll see the way that I play with Taika and I'm very loving and stuff. And she's like, I just couldn't. Like when I was a single parent, like I have to like do all these things that I'm trying to whatever. She was like, that's why I was like, my love was so conditional.
Wow.
I knew you were crying and I knew I was supposed to hug you, but you also fucked up and I don't have time for that. And there's no dad to discipline you, so I have to do everything. So it's just easier to keep everything
Yeah.
discipline mode.
So hard.
Yeah.
That's a tough
Because
spot.
it's usually good cop, bad cop, right? But then if it's like, if you have to be just cop, then it just ends up being, well, I'm just gonna be hard ass all the time.
Yeah.
And then but the fact that my mom could reveal that now, it's pretty cool. I feel like it's probably what happened with
Those are
Jill's
big
mom,
moments.
like 10 years ago. But I'm still in the phase of yes, queen. So I'm like, yeah, you were a piece of shit actually. So
I don't feel like I need a in your face her that much.
I
Dude,
still
I
got
like Yas Queen Bart.
I never expected that to come out of you.
Yeah.
My son is in his Yas Queen.
He's making me pay for it.
But I do think it's dope because then it's like now you could take steps forward.
Yeah.
And there's like
That's a big deal.
there's no wall because then it's like, all right, bitch, you're gonna stop being a bitch. Let's go.
Let's hang out more.
This definitely isn't where I wanted this video to go.